I was definitely a hateration in this dancery about it. I was like, really? Belt bags, really? Hey everyone, it's me Hallease, endeavoring to persevere as always. If you're new here, I make videos about my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow, social media, all the things you know. Before we get into my top 10 things that I cannot live without, I wanted to talk about 2 things I cannot live without during this pandemic. Thing number 1, you guessed it, my mask. They're stylish, they're hip, they're cool. Everyone's doing it. Well, everyone's not doing it, and they should. Everyone should be doing it. Also, we here in the United States have more than 5 million cases, so. And on a more serious note, I know a lot of you are out protesting right now, so please wear a mask and stay safe while you're out there, exercising your rights. The next thing I can't live without during this pandemic is my voter registration card. This November, I will be voting, as if my life depends on it, because my life kind of seems to depend on it. This pandemic has affected everything from our economy to healthcare, and it seems like my skinfolk and my kinfolk are really struggling during this time. I mean, we're always struggling, it's always a struggle, but now more so than ever, we are struggling. We Black Americans make up about 12% of the United States population, and yet we account for 22% of the COVID deaths. And these statistics only scratch the surface of how it is affecting us. So I will definitely be voting in November, and I hope you will do the same. Now, let's get into these 10 things. So Belief in Fatherhood actually tagged me to create one of these videos. I don't even know how long ago. It's been a minute. 2020 is a blur. Am I right? I'm right. Y'all are already gonna know what my work essentials are. You're already gonna know the things that I absolutely need. So let's get into those things first and get those out of the way so we can talk about the things that maybe you wouldn't expect me to like or feel like is an essential to my life. I am a filmmaker, digital storyteller, video producer, whatever you wanna call me. I am that, as you can see. So I should do like a cut to the actual set so you can see it. What up? I always have a camera. I have a few cameras. I shoot on the A7 III by Sony. It's a great camera, I really love it. I also have the A6500, which you are looking at me through on this one. That's the A6500. And then I've also been having a lot of fun with the Sony ZV-1. This little camera, this little dude right here, is actually really cool. I bought it about a month ago or so as something to just throw in my bag when I don't necessarily feel like taking my Sony A7 III. I just pack this little guy in, and it has the same picture profile as my Sony A7 III, so I can use footage from this and it be seamless. And a lot of times I don't think y'all have even noticed the difference, but I've been using this in my YouTube videos specifically for the past couple months. I wouldn't use this for clients. I use the A7 III for that. If you would classify yourself as more of a content creator than a filmmaker, check out the Sony ZV-1 because it's a really awesome little camera. And it's packed full of stuff that is very content creator specific, which is actually really cool. Absolutely have to have when it comes to the essentials for work is good audio. So right now on my A7 III, the audio is being recorded through my Rode NTG. Yes, I'm using the Rode mic NTG. It plugs directly into the camera and it gives you really great audio. This is also, I would say, a pretty decent podcasting microphone. And then I also use the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus, another really great on-camera microphone. If you're shooting mirrorless or DSLR, love that. I would say, if anything, if you're a content creator watching this, if you are gonna upgrade something, upgrade your audio first, then upgrade your camera. Because me, myself, you know what I'm saying? Me, myself, if I'm watching a YouTuber, whoever they are, regardless of their size, reach, production knowledge, whatever, if I can hear you clearly, that matters way more to me than if I can like see you super crisply or whatever. Of course, other essential, the MacBook Pro, obviously, gotta have it. This is the 13-inch MacBook Pro. This is actually the one that This is the most tricked out one you could get at the time. This is the one that had the first original bar thing. It had that bar, and everybody was like, why? And I'm still kind of like, why? And really, this is just a vessel for Adobe Creative Cloud. I just got this iPad Pro actually for my birthday. I turned 30, August 23rd. Mark your calendars. I bring in the Virgo season. Move aside, Leos. That's right. Anyway, this is my 11-inch iPad Pro. I got it for my birthday. So happy with it. It's so beautiful. Look at it. It's amazing. I'm actually using it right now. The script of my notes, my script notes are here. And I love this thing. Also have the pencil. I use it all the time. And then I also have the snazzy keyboard. It's what I miss about keyboards, you know? Like you have a, what do they call that? The push length? You know what I'm talking about? That push, anybody? That push length? Y'all know what I'm saying. And I get it. At first when they came out with the iPad Pro, I was like, but what does it do, like, really? How is this not a MacBook? You know what I'm saying? And it basically is a MacBook. Like basically, but you touch it a lot. All right, now that the livelihood stuff is out of the way, let's get into some of this. Let's call this like the personal essentials. All right, let's get into those, all right? First off, the belt bag. I am not gonna lie to y'all. When belt bags came back into trend, into fashion, I was definitely a hateration in this dancery about it. I was like, really? Belt bags, really? But then I remembered I hate purses. The belt bag has been my saving grace in 2020. This particular belt bag is by Low & Sons, and it is, as the name says, Low and her sons. This is their Waverly 2 belt bag. It is, yes, the second iteration of the Waverly. And I really love this belt bag because it is a convertible belt bag. So you can wear it as a belt bag, and then you also can adjust the strap and make it longer and have it be a crossbody bag. And then they also give you a second strap that's shorter to have it as a clutch. This is my daily bag whenever I do step outside with my mask on. This is the bag I wear, and in it I keep my ID, my cards, you know. I also usually have my sunglasses in here, a little wipey for my glasses, because my glasses stay dirty. They're probably dirty right now. My hand sanitizer is in here. My lactose pills. I'm lactose intolerant, which is also an essential, low-key. Lactose pills. Shout out to lactose pills, amen. I have it in 2 colors. I love this bag that much that I bought it in 2 colors. So this is their dark gray and their light gray. The dark gray, I usually say, well, who's throwing an event now? Nobody. But if I ever go to an event again and I want to have a cute clutch with my attire, I'll take the dark gray. So this one I would say is more of a South Texas specific thing. This is Don Juan's Chupo Hueso seasoning. So Don Juan International Foods is based out of Laredo, Texas, which is actually where my husband is from. My husband is a Laredoan. For those of y'all don't know, that's a city on the border of the state. You know, it's hard to quantify a good seasoning. Like you just, ooh. It's giving me salt. It's giving me what it says. It's giving me garlic. It's giving me sugar. It's giving me Lucas, low key, giving me Lucas, which is a salty candy thing. I don't know how to describe Lucas to people who aren't from Texas. It's giving me Tío Rogelio is slow cooking a cabrito on Easter and it's time to come over. It's giving me that. Yeah. Ooh, I'm making a mess. And you can put this on everything. I'll put it on fish. Mr. Hallease grills with this a lot. I'm probably sure this would hit on some veggies if you are of the vegetarian variety. It's giving me 210 por vida. It's giving me life. Truly, it's giving me life. You can get Chupo Hueso, if you're here in San Antonio, where I am based, you can get Chupo Hueso at Culebra meat markets. The Chupo Hueso is usually at Culebra meat markets, And they got a whole bunch of different seasonings. I just rock with this one. This is the only one that I've been rocking with, but I'm sure the other ones are great too. I'm going through a food section. The other thing I can't live without right now are mug treats by Betty Crocker. I cannot live without these. So what these are is basically, it's a cake in a cup, but it's pre-packaged for you. So they give you everything you need. They package the cake mix for you. They package the icing, the topping, and all you have to do is have a mug, put the cake mix in, put 3 tablespoons of water. You can put water or milk. Ironically, the water version tastes better to me than the milk. Debate about that in the comments, but the water tastes better to me than the milk. Anyway, do that, warm it up in the microwave for like a minute and 10 seconds. For my microwave, it's a minute and 10 seconds. I don't know about y'all, read the back, live your life. And this just gives you that cake hit without making a full cake, but also makes you do a little bit of work so you feel like you've earned the cake in a cup. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is an appropriate amount of cake for the work you put in. Do I have the triple hueso on my mouth? I hope not. The other thing, shampoo. Gotta have a good shampoo, you know what I'm saying? For my locks, shampoo. I love Trader Joe's Tingle Tree shampoo. It is a really inexpensive shampoo, but doesn't sacrifice quality. I don't know how they do that because this shampoo is only a smooth $4. So I'm not gonna question it. However, it's really great. It is strong of tea tree, peppermint, all that kind of fun stuff. It's a really nice clarifying shampoo, especially for someone with locks. The big thing with having locks, this hairstyle, is you don't want to use these shampoos that are super creamy and stuff like that because it can cause buildup in your locks. And so, I mean, no shampoo is going to be buildup less, you know what I mean? You're always gonna have to worry about buildup when you have locks, but you don't have to worry about it as much using something like this. Wow, what number are we on? Are we supposed to count them? They always say 10 things, but are you supposed to count? I don't think you're supposed to count. Next thing I can't live without, my Kindle. My Kindle. This was a gift as well. And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, at first I was like, ooh, a Kindle, yay. But then it really clicked that I didn't have to buy books. Well, obviously I buy all the books, but I didn't have to like carry books around. I'm really big on not carrying a lot of things. I don't like to carry a lot of stuff. And so my Kindle has been really awesome to have. I feel like I'm trying to read the Black literature greats right now. I'm in a Black literature greats kind of mood. And so I'm currently going through Toni Morrison's books and I am on the bluest eye currently. This is not sponsored. Water bottle, amen. I always have some kind of water bottle with me, whether I'm driving or here, whether I'm driving or here at home or whatever, I always carry water with me. Again, I live in South Texas, live in San Antonio, and it's hot here. And I know like people be talking about water bottles like it's on trend and things like that. No, here in Texas, you need water at arm's length, you know, no further than arm's length away because it is hot here all the time. And heat exhaustion, you know what I'm saying? Heat stroke is a thing here. So water bottle, always have water with me all the time. I'm a freaking fish. I drink so much water, it's crazy. And I always have this by my bed. I fill it up before I go to bed as well. I put it next to my bedside because usually I'll wake up at least once or twice at night and I'm thirsty and drink some water, go back to sleep. I feel like this is one that everyone talks about, but they really are, ooh, why is it dusty? Why are we dusty? They really are so important. They're so important. Even now that no one's going anywhere, like I haven't traveled since when? Since 2019, that's when. Bose noise canceling headphones. I forgot what model these are. I bought these before I started my production company, Stumblewell. I was headed off to go produce a video for NCAR, the National Center for Atmospheric Research. Which was actually really cool. It was a really cool vid. I was flying a lot that year for work, and I started having mild anxiety, just like attacks, pains, and stuff. Listening to the engine of the plane, it was starting to give me a lot of like anxiety and stuff. So I bought these, and man, they've been a saving grace. You know, it doesn't really bother me, you know, babies crying and things like that on airplanes. It's just literally the sound of the engine itself on an airplane that freaks me out, because I'll hear it in my mind. It sounds like it's stalling or slowing down. The plane will hit its cruising altitude, and then I will feel the plane even out, and I'll hear the engine slow. And like, me with my primitive understanding of physics is just like, I hear the engine slowing down, we are gonna fall out of the sky. So, noise canceling headphones so I can't hear the engine is why I have these. These, let me grab, it's on my foot, because that's how essential they are. They're on my foot right now. My Kyrgyz, these. Oh my gosh, I love my Kyrgyz so much. These were actually given to me by the company that makes these Kyrgyz. They're a wool slipper that is made in Kyrgyzstan, and I love them. Look how dirty they are at the bottom, sorry y'all. But I love these slippers. I made a whole video about them on my channel, but they're wool slippers. They slide onto your foot. You know, even though it's super hot here in Texas, your feet are always just like cold. I don't know if that's just me, but my feet be cold. And I love these. If I ever go to anyone's house again, if that ever is a thing again, you know what I'm saying? I will, and I know I'll be there for a while. Like if it's a movie night, I will bring these with me, definitely, and take off my shoes and put on my Kyrgyz. They're so comfortable. The older I get, the more I'm just like, screw being on trend, am I comfortable? Because when I'm comfortable, I'm confident. Bidet. I'm not even gonna cut to anything, but I'm just gonna say it. We'll put it up somehow in text or something like that. But bidets. A bidet has become an essential. In the great toilet paper famine of 2020, bidets are amazing. We bought a bidet strictly because there was a great toilet paper famine of 2020, and everybody was hoarding toilet paper. It was a whole thing. It was a mess. And so we bought a bidet, and I don't know how we ever lived without a bidet. Like, basically, for 29 years of my life, I walked around with a dirty booty. I mean, if you're using your wet wipes, then cool, you're on the winning team. But if you ain't using wet wipes and you also don't have a bidet, like, you're kind of dirty. And that's me. Those are my things that I cannot live without. I hope I have spurred some things for you to think about, meditate on, if you will. Again, if you're new here, my name is Hallease. Consider subscribing, it's a fun time. Big shout out to my Patreon production team, patreon.com/Hallease. There you get early access to these videos, as well as private weekly vlogs from me where I talk about everything I'm doing behind the scenes, running a production company, projects that are coming down the pipeline, all that kind of stuff. If you're someone who's thinking about this life, becoming a full-time creative, check it out. No pressure though, because of the times. Again, I'm Hallease, and I will see you when I see you. It's all right. Everyone will think I'm glistening when really it's just sweat. I'm just sweating. Okay, the dead giveaway is always the upper lip. That's the giveaway. And the forehead. Just gotta keep if you can keep the upper lip and the forehead concealed, nobody knows. Everybody just thinks you're wearing Glossier. All right.